Hey guys, so we are going to do 90-90 today. We're going to do that trail leg or the back leg. So we're going to be working from that 90-90 position, which is the front leg at 90 degrees, back leg at 90 degrees. And we're going to do a pails and rails to expand capsule space or internal rotation capsule space of the hip. Okay, so I'm going to get in position. I'm going to be in that 90 degrees here and 90 degrees here. I'm showing this angle so you can see really both. We really want 90 and 90. To get more in this, to get a further stretch, you take this leg and try and push it out that way. You'll get a little more in the adductor, etc. If that's too much, just bring it back. Now, variations with this 90-90. This is the base setup here. If you are way far out here and you can't hold it, you can modify this. So we're working on the back leg. You can bend this leg in, and that will ease off the strain through the hip and allow you to sink a little further. You can also post, so you can put yourself out to the side here and help yourself. So I'm putting my hand down. You can put your elbow if it's too far, whatever suits your ability currently, that's fine. Right, so hold your position there, whether you're posting, whether you're holding, and we're going to allow this hip, so we're trying to reach this way. You're gonna feel it around that hip capsule, but I want you to allow the bum to sink a little bit. So we're flexing that hip and then sinking into this. If you get too much load on the knee, on the inside of the knee, change the angle of the foot so you could bend it a little bit out or a little bit in depending on what works for you and releases that tension. It is something that needs to be released, but it may be too painful to work on the hip, so you might need to just go back to that. This would be like your sartorius is quite tight or your adductors or something like that, okay? So we hang out here for 2 full minutes. This is a passive stretch, so pull yourself into the end range. Should feel a little bit like kind of compressed and tight. Stretch on the underside, through the front here, etc. We're hanging out for that full 2 minutes passively. That's when our tissue lets go. Then we're going to do our pails and our rails contraction, or contracting the tissue we're stretching, which is everything on that underside, and the tissue we're shortening, which is all this tissue on the other side. So say we've done our full 2 minutes, count that out yourself, and we're going to go into our pails. So we're going to take a breath in, trap the air in our lower abdomen, start to radiate tension, driving our foot down into the ground, ramping that up to your greatest effort, all the way down, 20, 40, whole body's irradiating tension. Keep going, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that contraction. We're going to go into our rails. We're trying to lift this foot off and we're trying to pull ourselves in. So we're trying to really close this angle, really engage the tissue on this side. Hold, max effort right away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Now you might find you can sink a little further, so I can rotate a little more, I can flex a little more, whatever. That second set, we can sink further and open up that range. You get around 10 or 15 degrees. So I highly recommend that you do at least a set of 2, because you'll open up that new range and then you'll be strengthening and working it, right? So passive stretch of 2 minutes, 15 seconds, ramp up to that max effort of the pails or tissue you're stretching contraction, and then rails contraction on the opposite side, 15 seconds right away to max. Repeat. Enjoy. That is your internal rotation 90-90.